What's up, people of the world? My name is Jay, and welcome to another edition of Sleight of Hand 101. Today we're going to be working on an intermediate card trick, one that I learned a couple years ago, but I was unfamiliar with the name, still don't know it. If you watch the trick and you know the name and can give credit to who invented the trick, please post something in the comments. I'd really appreciate it so it can clarify that for me. But for now, we'll informally call this one Jumper. So grab a deck of cards and let's begin. So for this trick, I just need you to memorize one card in the center of the deck. Let's go ahead and choose this one. Go ahead and memorize this card right here. You got it? We'll go ahead and leave it in the center of the deck like so. And I'll go ahead and shuffle the deck here so we can lose your card deeper. And how about a quick cut just to round it out? Cool, so your card is lost somewhere in the center. I need you to memorize that card. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna dribble and I want you to call stop twice because we're going to choose two cards out of the center of the deck to help us find your card right there. Perfect. And right there. Cool. So we've chosen two cards, the 10 of spades and the 4 of hearts, just normal cards. We're going to use these cards to find your card. All we have to do is count to 3. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. And your card jumps in between what we'll call my cards. Now that may have happened a little bit too fast, so let me slow that down for you. We've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All we have to do is leave your card in the center of the deck, like so. And once again, we've got the 4 of hearts and the 10 of spades. Now watch, if you just count to 3 again, 1, 2, 3, you'll notice that your card, once again, jumps in between my two cards. Now let's see how that's done. So for Jumper, I recommend that you learn the dribble flourish and the double lift. Now if you don't know how to do those two things, I'll leave links in the description box so you can check those out and continue on with this tutorial. Now most people, when they spread a deck of cards, spread a deck like so. They use their deck holding hand to hold the deck, obviously, so for me that's my left hand, and they use their other hand, in this case my right hand, to spread the cards like so. And then people choose a card and you go forth with your trick. Now what we're going to be doing is switching that, but instead of making it really awkward and switching hands and just spreading the deck like so, what we're going to do is pull the cards from underneath to spread the deck. And it's still, a little awkward if you're not used to spreading the deck the other way, but this is what we're doing. So what you're doing here essentially is taking your deck that holds, or your hand that holds the deck normally, you kind of move these two back fingers out of the way so that your other hand can come in with 4 or 3 fingers. I usually use 4. And with your thumb, you just spread it. You just pull the cards and push with your thumb until you obviously can't reach any further with your palm. And then, so you spread the cards and use your other hand to open them up. Now this is an important spread because we're going to control a card to the top of the deck. Now if that's a little bit too hard, you can always go for just a straight up double lift from the center of the deck, like this. Obviously not put their card in the center, and then you have their card on top. The idea is to get their card on top, but what you're doing with this spread, when you spread it and they choose a card, you're going to immediately square up both packs. This is kind of important because it shapes the illusion you're about to do. And then you're going to show them the card that they chose. So for instance, let's say they chose this card right here. Square it up, make sure that's the top card in your non-dominant hand, so the hand that doesn't hold the deck. You're going to spread it over and show them their card. Now what you're going to do here is in an up and downward motion, you're going to see how this card magically becomes this card at the bottom. So do the spread, show them their card. As you square up, you go up with your hands. I know that's a little bit out of focus here. Up, and then as you're going down, bring this card back in, push this card out, and spread these cards. It's a little bit of a work. That's why a lot of people just like doing a double lift or just any other control to get their card to the top. It looks like this, okay? So at full speed, what you're gonna see is something kind of like this. You see their card, okay? And it looks like their card is this one right here, when in fact it's not, and their card is on top. Now I'm gonna do some shuffles here, and if you guys don't know how to do like an in the hands riffle shuffle or like a Sybil cut or a swivel cut flourish, I'll leave links in the description box for you as well so you can check those out. They're just false cuts. They're pretty much just making sure that their card always stays on the top of the deck like this. See? So now you're in this situation where their card's on top, and what you're gonna do is say you're gonna dribble the deck and to have them call stop twice, because you're gonna need 2 cards to help find their card. So they're gonna say stop, you're gonna push one out, keep dribbling, stop, they're gonna push another one out, and then you have these 2 cards. The moment you take them out of the deck though, get yourself a flesh break on the top card, their card. Get yourself a nice little flesh break with your pinky, not a full-on pinky break, that's a little too obvious, but just get a nice flesh break like this. Something that they can't necessarily see, because what you're gonna do is as you're flaunting these cards, talking about them, and you're getting that flesh break, you're gonna take the top card and stick it on top, and now you have that double lift, the back-to-back double lift, already set up for you. You're gonna take this card, twirl it around a little bit, do something weird, and then you're gonna put it underneath both cards in kind of this, one direction here. And if you look, their card is right there, but you're holding a double lift essentially right there. It's a little bit more difficult because you're holding 2 cards. What I recommend is pinching them between your middle finger and your thumb, and then using your pointer finger as support and the rest of your hands as support. I actually kind of like move these out of the way. They just kind of get in the way for me, but this is what you're gonna do. And then at this point, it doesn't matter how you reveal them. I like counting 1, 2, and then right when you slap it against the deck, you just bring that card out with your middle finger. Just reach out. Kind of let go of the pinch. At this point, it doesn't matter if the double lift is there or the double lift is like being held together because you're trying to reveal their card anyways. So you have your double lift here. Okay, you have a little bit of space there for their card to go. 1, 2, 3. You pull it out and you slap. Make it kind of like a really good slap too, because the hand is faster than the eye. If you slap, they're not going to see anything, and you can show them their card. Now you're more than welcome to quit here and say that's the trick, because that is a pretty good illusion, but I like to go a little bit further. So once you're showing them this card, you're going to get another flesh break right here. And the point of this is you're going to merge all 4 cards together, so now you've got 4 cards. And what's nice about this is 4 cards looks just like 3 cards, essentially. So you're really not going to be bothered, but you're going to lift up on your opposite hand that's not holding the deck. You're going to take your middle finger and your thumb, and you're going to lift up on the quadruple lift here. So you've got 1, and that's the first face-up card needs to go above. The second card, which is their card, needs to go flush with the deck. And this is the third card. So essentially, if we were to show it like this, like we weren't using a double lift here, and we're just expressing it, when you push this up, you can see that it's not their card that we're taking out, but it does look like it is. You're gonna go ahead and put that card in the center. It's not theirs, so it doesn't matter. You can go ahead and push that in. Actually, sometimes I don't like pushing it in because there's another way you can do it where you go like 1, 2, 3, and it catches. Or you can push it in. Essentially, you just go back to that thing where you get the double lift again. You get that pinky break. You do the exact same thing you did before, except this time you reveal it in a different way. I like 1, 2, 3, and like shake it really hard. And, doing the upward motion actually works really well because it you can't see it. It's really nice. So, you can do the 1, 2, 3 if you want. Whatever you want to do, you reveal the card, and then you're done. The rest is just cleaned up, no problems. You can shuffle and move on to your next trick. And that is Jumper. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you learned something. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. It really does help me out, and I appreciate it so much, guys. And make sure you guys check it down low in the description box. You can see my Facebook fan page. That's where you can go and stay up to date with all things J Nation, as well as you can message me, and I get back to you pretty quickly on those. And make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, or you're gonna forget videos. You're not gonna get them. You're gonna miss them, and that would be bad. So subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next Sleight of Hand 101. Peace.